right now. Okay, and so we will go live now. John, whenever you're ready.
It's been recorded. Got it. Being live streamed. Got it.
All right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday. It's good to see you. For those of you on Zoom, I can hear you if you want to ask questions. And for those of you on Facebook, I'll read your comments. So I thought what we do today is we would look at Tom Schaller. Tom Schaller will be with us tomorrow. So this is Tom's colors. And Tom, if you haven't seen his work, is a fantastic artist. Just great to watch him paint and to see his paintings. So Tom does teaching. So you can ask him questions tomorrow. Almost, I would say, every demo artist has been very, very open to questions. So don't feel shy in asking them. It's going to have issues focusing, but I'll get rid of that pretty quickly. So Thomas uses a wide range of colors. I'll be showing you Imperial Purple. And then Burnt Sienna Light. Burnt Sienna. And I'll say what these are as I'm doing them. Permanent Alizarin Crimson. Little Alien, Little Rick, Little Jennifer, Lunar Violet. So the Primitex, one of the one that Thomas really likes is the Jadeite. And then Raw Umber. And then this is Serpentine Salzburg. Oops. Serpentine right there. Okay. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Raffaele. All righty. And so, Giovanni, you're going to do colors along with me? Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to start with Imperial Purple. Imperial Purple. Let's see. Actually, on Zoom and on YouTube, YouTube looks a little bit more like the Imperial Purple, not quite, but more than the Zoom. Zoom looks blue, but this is actually, it is purple.
It also comes in a stick.
Yes, it does. Do you want to do, Gabriel, do you want to do sticks? So at the end, we can show people what it looks like in sticks, if you want.
You bet.
And so the next one is going to be Burnt Sienna Light. Burnt Sienna Light. It's a pretty color. So, hello, Lauren. Laura McCracken said, hello, John. I've been using some Apera purple over the next few days. Wonderfully deep color. He's painting irises. So that's burnt sienna light. And I put this black line. This black line is just a Sharpie line that we can see if it's transparent. Okay. This next one is burnt sienna. Burnt sienna light. This next one is going to be burnt sienna. Hello, Besnick. Hello, Agnes. Okay, this is going to be permanent alizarin crimson. Permanent alizarin crimson. This is going to be lunar violet. Lunar violet. So the next one is Jadeite. So sometimes I get asked about this one, and there really is no such thing as jade. It's either jadeite or nephrite. So it could be anywhere from a green to almost a whitish and still be jadeite. ITE meaning the mineral. So when it's bronzite, jadeite, amazonite, ITE means mineral. Okay. This is going to be raw umber, raw umber. Raw umber. Hello, Ian. Hello, Claudia. So Ian Stewart, brand ambassador. I've been cheating on neutral tint with lunar violet as of late. I have, no, I don't have neutral tint out. I'm going to see if I can try that, Ian. Okay, and the last one I have as a stick. And this is serpentine. Serpentine. So our retail store is now permanently closed as we move from retail manufacturing just into totally being manufacturing. Because I was going to run down there and bring up some Yupo. I think I'll probably do that for next time. I'll get some Yupo. Okay. So we have Imperial Purple. We have Burnt Sienna Light, Burnt Sienna, Permanent Alizarin Crimson. This is Lunar Violet, Jadeite Genuine. This is Raw Umber, and this is Serpentine. And it's the Serpentine stick, so I spent a little bit of, you can actually take as much of that off as you want to take off. And so I'll just intermix with sticks. I brought a lot of the sticks, so we'll just kind of play with sticks too. Play with that to whatever amount you want to play. Okay. Are there any of those that you'd like to see mixed? Or clean out the any of those you'd like to see mixed?
Yes, can you mix the Imperial Purple with the Burnt Sienna Light?
Yeah.
Can you put like just the burnt sienna down on the paper? And then next to that one, put the imperial. So not mixing in the palette. Thank you.
With the Imperial Purple right next to it.
Yeah, can you slide the paper over so we can see it mix on the paper?
Yeah.
Has a nice luminous quality.
I'll bet that makes some really beautiful neutrals.
I see you have two artists with you, Anna. Two future artists. So any other colors, any of those colors, any additional ones you'd like to see mixed?
Yeah, maybe Jadeite with the burnt sienna, same way you did the last one.
So last one was Burnt Sienna Light. This one will be Burnt Sienna.
Yeah.
Okay. darn it.
John, would you have the opportunity to spray that,
Absolutely.
please? Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Let's see. Facebook Imperial. So Imperial Purple, and Alizarin Crimson. Pearl Purple, Alizarin Crimson. Imperial Purple, and Serpentine. Okay.
I have that one right here. Imperial purple with serpentine.
Yep.
Right there.
Oh, that's really nice. Can you spotlight that, Ethel? Oh, that's really nice. Can you spray it with water, Gabriel?
I'm not gonna catch in the light for you.
Yeah, yours looks nice.
Looks nice and granulated on this paper.
Yeah. Awesome. So Claudia, we're going to be looking at CAD yellow light in a second. Complementary could be hands yellow light or CAD yellow light for beautiful neutrals. Awesome. Okay. All right, let me clean that up. show you that mix again, so you can kind of see the mix as it dries. And, here's the other mix. Okay, so now we're going to look at these here. It's going to be cad yellow light U, French ultramarine, manganese blue U, cobalt teal blue. It seems to be very popular.
Hey John, I sent Santa Claus my letter for Christmas saying I want a neutral tint stick.
Let me think about that. Too much paint. Oh, hello. Yes. So Ian says, can we see them more saturated? Okay. So it's over here. So this is going to be the cad yellow light U. As soon as I put another color down, it'll focus. This is French ultramarine. Well, this will be French ultramarine. So the interesting thing is Thomas uses both the French ultramarine and the ultramarine. The French ultramarine, I believe, is in the set. No, the ultramarine is in the set, and the French ultramarine is on Thomas's dot card. That's weird. I wonder if I should just do it this way. So, cad yellow light, French ultramarine. I'm gonna do this to put the paper at the line at the top here. Okay. This is manganese blue U, manganese blue U. Manganese blue U. This is cobalt teal blue. Teal, cobalt teal blue. Yes, ultramarine is my favorite color. It's kind of one of those. It's beautiful.
Ultramarine or lapis?
You know, I would like the ultramarine. So the ultramarines, you know, lapis was the original ultramarine. It's the natural ultramarine. And it's extremely expensive as a mineral because it's semi-precious. And then the ultramarines were made to be the synthetic version. And so you have the French and the ultra. And I believe the ultra won the award, but it should have been the French because the French actually were first. So really interesting. This is going to be permanent orange. Permanent orange. Permanent orange. This is French ochre. French ochre. Very subtle color.
John, I had a question about dot cards. So on the bottom corner of the dot card, there is a date. Is that the date when that dot card started? Or is that a date when they were made?
It's the revision date. So it's the revision date is the date it was made. It's also the last revision. So many of the brand ambassadors, including yourself, will say, you know, I have this dot card and I love all the ones I picked, but I have 260 to pick from. I would like to have this color changed. So we would make that change and we would change the revision date. That way, if anybody was looking at say, you know, I have a card and it's on this, we could actually get that card. If they just said it was the Malin card and there was 3 revisions with 3 different colors, we might just give them the last one. But we also have the ability to give the first one as well. So they would just, you know, tell us the revision date. Very similar to the batch number on the bottom of the tube. It just allows us to know when it was made, who made it, et cetera, et cetera. Good question.
Thank you.
This is going to be cobalt blue. Cobalt blue is it's also very popular. This one right here. This is the French ochre. French ochre. French ochre. Yeah. Hello, Stella. Nope, I don't hear any babies crying.
Is it still not coming through my ears?
I'm sorry.
What?
Is it still not coming through my ears?
Why do you would know? Wait a minute.
And this one is going to be the CAD red medium. CAD red medium. This is CAD yellow light U, French ultramarine. This is cobalt teal blue. Now this is manganese. This is manganese blue U, manganese blue U. This is cobalt teal blue, permanent orange, French ochre, cobalt blue, and CAD red medium U. That is a striking, striking color. Okay, are there any of those that you'd like to see mixed?
Can I see the permanent orange mixed next to the cobalt blue? Please.
Absolutely, absolutely. So permanent orange, and then you want the cobalt. So there's the cobalt. Still a lot of water on this paper. You want to spray it with water?
Can you spray that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. And when you're done with that, may we try French ultramarine with the permanent orange also? Thanks.
French ultramarine with the permanent orange. Yeah, let me get some more permanent orange. That's pretty cool. With the French ultramarine.
John, could you put a little bit more off to the side of that? Just a little bit more of the French ultramarine?
On this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Of the pure color that's not been mixed yet. So it mixes on the palette, on the paper. Not on the palette, on the paper.
What Anna said.
Okay. You want it on the paper. And then just mix it in.
Just paint it as a juicy line down the edge and then use gravity to mix it in. Yeah, thank you.
So actually, you would hold it sideways, so the blue would run south. Yay. And now
That
back
is
the other way.
stunning. Thank you. Wow. Beautiful.
No, and then keep turning. No, the other way. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes.
That's kind of cool.
Yummy.
Very neat. Yeah, you just watch those little lines change, huh? That's kind of cool. All right. You guys are good teachers. There we go. So Giovanni's showing his.
May we have Giovanni's image screen pinned to the big screen so that we can see a detail, not so small?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Joanne.
Thanks.
So Ian says, and there you have a seascape. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Giovanni. Any other? Let's see, Raffaele, great mix, more neutral is Cobalt Interior Escalano. Yeah, Ercolano. Let's see, Geo.
Can we see the French ultramarine with the French ochre?
Absolutely.
And as well, like put the dab of paint on the paper.
Oh, that's easier actually. And the French ultramarine.
Yes, please.
And right underneath or right beside.
Off to the side.
It's just a light color. Okay, and then the blue.
In order for them to connect, you need to put just a swipe of just water between the two. Watercolor won't run unless you get the paper wet. There you go. The other way.
Oh, there's a big mix over there.
Thank you.
Cool. Okay. So I'll show you the serpentine. As it starts to dry, you can see the much more the granulation effect on that. So we have, let's not real quick. Yes. Okay. That's not, I will do that.
The Jadeite does great granulation as well.
It does.
I love seeing Jadeite in Schaller's work. It's just so rich. It looks like a jewel in the painting.
The granulation, you can really see the granulation inside the jadeite. Okay, so Angela, that was Imperial Purple. And which other color? Crimson. Something more saturated. So Ian's, I've been cheating on neutral tint with lavender violet. I'm gonna put both those together because actually neutral tint. One of colors. Put that on here for a second. Okay. So here. Is the Alizarin Crimson. Permanent.
Thank you, John, for taking the time to show the image of how the paint interacts with
Oh,
the two pigments.
you
It
are so
takes
welcome.
time, and that's
Thank-
really good to see.
Yeah, I'm glad you both showed me that. That's really quite interesting to watch that. Oh, very nice. So Lisa's showing her cat. Very cool. All right, and
This is cobalt blue with the imperial.
top one. Very nice.
Are you doing that with the sticks, Gabriel?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. So Giovanni's doing it with the tubes and Gabriel's doing it with the sticks. Awesome.
May I ask for permission to see Gabriel's application technique with the sticks?
Absolutely. Ethel, can you spotlight Gabriel?
So I just put in a nice, I'm getting a lot of pigment on the page here. And this is dry. And then I'm just giving one nice little line down. And then we go over here to some imperial. And again, lots of pigment. Lots of pigment. And a nice little line down in here. And then I'm gonna get a nice little, I'm gonna get a really wet mop going here. And then come over here. Like so. And I got a nice little thing of clean water right down the center. Get this kind of going even. And now I'm bringing it this way. and then back. Kind of back and forth, allowing it to mix. And then I'm gonna just tap and allow all that nice little granulation to fall into this rough paper. And I pay a little bit more money to get this nice rough. And so now we're gonna get that nice granulated stuff just stirred up, but lots of water, lots of pigment. We learned that here.
Nice grab. Nice.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Put me in a hot seat, Anna.
Let's see. Gabriel, what paper are you painting on?
It's like a German paper that starts with an S, and I'll butcher it if I try to even say it. So
It's not Schminke? No?
the last time I said it, I said a curse word in German, so I'm not gonna go there. It starts with an S. Let's see if it's on here. This was just like a nice little hand-me-down that was given to me. I didn't purchase it. Oh, here. Here's the name of it. Doo-doo-doo. You can see that.
Up a bit.
No.
There. That's Schizen.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
But yes, I like rough paper. And that's this paper is super rough.
The chicken design, Gabriel. It's wonderful.
So Magilla says, is the speed of flow on the paint being sprayed dependent on specific gravity? It's dependent on many things. But for the most part, it's going to be the weight of the pigment itself. So if we looked at Moonglow, for example, we have the anthraquinoid red, we have the Viridian, we have the ultramarine blue, and because they have different weights, they're going to granulate differently. So it's the same process happening here. It's a very, very good question. Okay, so I have last two of Thomas's I have here. We've done. We didn't do the deep. Well. Okay, so we have three. We have the cadmium yellow deep. Thomas uses that. Hands. We have the Gamboge. And we have the lavender. And then Ian was talking about a couple of his colors. Talked about neutral tint and lunar violet, and I have both of those. So Gabriel, at the end, can you actually show all the what you've been doing, you two, Giovanni? So maybe in 5 minutes, that way you can show everybody what you've been doing.
You bet.
So this is the CAD yellow deep. We saw the cad yellow light. This is the cad yellow deep. Let's see. So Joanne says, what is the pigment combination of the lavender? The lavender is titanium white, ultramarine violet, and ultramarine blue. So it's titanium white is PW6, ultramarine violet is PV15, and ultramarine blue is PV29. Let me get back to you. Okay. And so this is New Gamboge. You can see the difference on the, these are. So CAD, this is the New Gamboge. And this is the lavender. And then something Ian was talking about is this right here, which is that's lunar violet. And this is neutral tint. So lunar violet, neutral tint. Go back here. Okay. That's the front loaded crimson. That was the cobalt teal blue. So are any of those that you'd like to see mixed? Thank you, Joanne. With anything that we've already seen as well. Glad to do that as well. So we can try, let's take the
Can we see the neutral tint with serpentine?
yeah, I'm gonna try it real quick here with the that is with the CAD red medium. And yes, what do you want to see, Gabriel? The neutral tint and the what?
Serpentine.
Okay.
I mean, I would like to see moon glow and serpentine, but I'll settle for the neutral tint.
Okay. So I'm going to do what you've been doing. I'm going to use the stick. little bit different when you use the,
Yeah, if you give more gravity for the serpentine going over the top of the neutral tint. There you go. Look at that glow.
there's some seepage of the neutral tint in the cad red medium.
That's okay.
Okay, so Gabriel, you first. Can you show us what you've been doing, please?
Yeah, so I have some right here, some Imperial with the new gambage mixing in there. And
So
then,
Gabriel's used all sticks.
yeah, and then this is the cobalt with the Imperial. And it's starting to dry up a little bit more. And then here's the sticks that I have. We got the Imperial, and then we got the, what was it? This is a permanent Crimson Crimson. And then this was the Serpentine mix with the Ultramarine. I did this thing that was really cool earlier today out plein air painting, was with the new gambage. I hit just a little bit of orange right in here of the new gambage, right where it goes from light to shadow, and it created a really cool effect.
That's very cool. Very nice. Awesome. Thank you, Gabriel.
Thank you.
And Giovanni. Giovanni used tubes.
Yes, use no half pen and sticks. This is the first shade. Okay.
Very nice.
Second. Third. And the mix. These are wet and wet. Okay, use all your half pans and the sticks.
Thank you. Gabriel and Giovanni, thank you. Both did. That's great. Thank you.
Thank
John,
you.
I think
If any
we
of you
have-
want to paint along as well, always, would love to show your work as you're painting along as well, if you'd like.
Yeah, there you go. John has just said it. It would be good to see your works shared. And we'll be really delighted to see them. Just don't forget to do your hashtags. Do the hashtags Daniel Smith. Yeah.
So this was the last of what we did right here. And then I'm showing where we were. There's where we started, some mixes. So Tom picks out some really very bright colors, and then there's some more mixes. So Thomas Schaller will be with us tomorrow. I would say he absolutely loves questions. When Tom would do presentations here at Daniel Smith, there wouldn't be standing room. Everything would be full, and you could barely get in if you wanted to walk in. He's just a fantastic teacher that loves questions. I think you'll enjoy him a lot. So thank you all for joining me. Thank you, Giovanni. Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you all for being with me today. I love it. I love questions. If you want to also show your colors and your work, I'd love to do that. So thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Hey, John.